Here we are, we're talking about mindset. I was just sharing that our mindset has a lot to do with how you project onto your conversations with other people. Who else can talk a little bit about their mindset?
If you dwell on the positive and what you can do differently and how you can educate people better, then guess what? It's going to start happening for you. You've got to, energy goes where focus flows. So if you're focusing on negative, all your energy is going to go to negative, right? And then if you focus on the positive, guess what? Yep, it goes to positive. It's very important that you stay positive. You got to train your brain. Otherwise, you'll go down that black hole and it's not fun.
I want to introduce Colby here. And Colby, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Good. And let's talk a little bit about mindset, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely.
First off, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and tell us what your role has been with helping people change their mindsets?
Sure. I've been a licensed realtor for 7 years in Los Angeles. I stepped into a mindset coaching role, working with team leaders on really building the skills and systems necessary to grow a thriving business without running on fumes, which I think a lot of people are experiencing today from the conversations that I have with clients and colleagues and et cetera. It really is about mindset. Seeing challenges as an opportunity and not just an obstacle can really change your trajectory, at least energetically, which can have a really big impact on the culture that you're shaping with your clients, with your team, even in just your inner world, and really transforming the frustration that you're experiencing into curiosity about how to adapt to these changing market conditions, because right now we have to adapt, and there's lots of opportunities to come onto meetings like this, network at a high level, really get out there and learn from people who are doing things that are working so that you can then take that back into your own business and implement it, because mindset's one piece of the puzzle, and then it's actually implementation, systems, really building those skills and systems necessary. Yeah, that's what I work with people on, and it seems like that's what a lot of you are already working on.
How do we, as real estate agents, shift our minds so that we can be more effective?
One of my mentors, Brent Gove, he says fail often and with velocity. Reminding yourself of that on the daily, I think, is really important to seeing failures as learning opportunities, because it's so important to you as an agent working with clients. Like, there's two mindsets happening. There's your client's mindset and there's your mindset. And if your mindset is down in the dumps about the market, guess what? Your client's mindset will be too. So you have a lot of influence in the role that you're in, and you have a lot of opportunity to shape your client's experience and shape their mindset and encourage them to have an open mindset and a positive mindset about what they can achieve in this market. And part of that is going to come with being knowledgeable about the market too, right? Understanding that in a down market, that there are slow market or a complicated market, challenging market, however you want to describe it, there is opportunity, and really understanding what that means and what that looks like, and being able to convey that with like positivity and optimism and, energy is, I think, a really intentional way to nurture your relationships and nurture your business.
I think it's also a little bit of, you have to focus on who are your target clients. And I was just talking to my title rep just yesterday. Tell me about all the files that you got going right now. What kind of clients are those? Who's selling their house right now? Focus your energy and your time on those people who are really going to do something right now. It's just a different audience that's selling. What's everyone's thoughts on that?
Just add to that really quickly.
Yeah.
Going to your lenders and asking, like, who is buying right now, who is selling right now, talking to your community and other agents, and really getting curious about what they're doing, what's working, and just having as many conversations as you can, and figuring out what feels in alignment for you and your business, and then implementing that.
I think that's good.
So Kobe it's really right. It's a mind shift. You have to sit there and go, okay, what was working yesterday ain't working today, or how can I make it better? I always say, when you get up, you have to be willing to have an open mind to educate yourself about the changes that are going on. And you have to be realistic what works for you and be genuine about, this is how I am. They got to know it's you. I've turned off my advertising right now because I don't need more leads. I'm getting more business out of my database because I'm mining in the mine I own right now. And that's what, excuse me, that's what people have to do.
It's interesting. I'm calling some of the people that I marked as not in market because the market shifted. And now the ones that I had marked as not in market are actually the ones that I need to be calling the most right now. Anyone else have a comment on the shifting demographics for what you're doing right now and who you're after?
Yeah, so I'm after luxury because a lot of the luxury buyers don't give a shit about interest rates. Some of them want to finance, but most of them are just like still throwing cash. Manifest also works. So when I do my wins every night, I write down my 3 wins for the day, my 3 things I'm grateful for, and my 3 things I want to attract. And I'm not even kidding. That stuff really works. I did it a long time ago when I was with Tom Ferry, and I was in a deep, dark hole when my husband left. And it just works. Like it just works. And what you ask for, it just comes in tenfold. I put on there that I want to attract more listings, more buyers, more agents, more customers. So anyway, and then the next day it just starts happening. So you gotta recognize your wins, write down what you're grateful for, and write down when you want to attract, because it will come to you. Colby.
I think that attitude is so powerful too. Instead of that, I need to close more, like it transforms into I'm going to close more. And when you have that attitude and you're talking with these people that you're tapping back into, and you're like, what are you doing? Don't you want a tax write-off by the end of the year? Like they're going to respond to that energy because your mindset is so clear on it being a great decision because it's a great decision for them. And so when you can share that with them, it's almost like a gift because then they can feel it and see it and want that for themselves too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And these guys, like I said, they're not stuck on the interest rates right now. They're just, oh yeah, that would make sense.
So Colby, any closing statements on that shift your mindset from you got a negative talking to you and you need a positive, turn it into a positive?
Yeah, listen, you're all here, right? And I think that means that you are open-minded when it comes to mindset, which is such an important factor when it comes to actually shifting your mindset to adapt to a changing market. I believe that we all have that intention in us to shift to a more positive direction and really share that with our clients, share that with our colleagues, bring that energy day in, day out. If a morning ritual works for you to set your intention for the day, it can be really helpful to inform everything you do that day. So to find something that aligns with you and start your day thinking about that.
Great, thank you. And just to remind everyone, we're here at 9:15 a.m. on Thursdays, Pacific time.